So I was just watching like the last video I made for this this channel, the one I did the other day of just an update blog of where I was at and things. And it was already I'd learned so much just watching that, again, a few days later from that moment, and I can already decode, what I was feeling, kind of like things that I'm wanting to strive for and just where I'm at really, which is super useful. Um, and I always just forget how useful these things are. So I thought that I would just, while I was here, or while I was in that frame of mind of realizing how powerful it is, anything else that's happened in my life currently, record it down because, I don't really write that much. I write sometimes, but, everybody gives praises about how much writing does for them and how much it lets them figure out. To be honest, that doesn't really let me figure out that much. This lets me figure out so much more than writing does because I see the emotions, I can see on my face. With writing, I feel like there's a lot of bullshit that you can put in. You can hide stuff. You can really just write what if someone was to find it, what you would want them to read or something. Like that's how I interpret it anyway. This is just me. Like if I try to lie or make up something, people can see it on my face. You can see my emotions. You can see how I say things, or I can decode what I'm trying to say to myself. That's more powerful for me. Anyway, I don't really need uh, self approve it, but because I know that it does it for me. Um, yeah. So obviously, college is out for the summer at the moment. I'm going away to Ireland tomorrow to work for 8 days in a row, 12-hour shifts. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm working for Supreme Group, like some. It's just working and like food and burgers and all that crap. Like it's I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty terrible. It's pretty crap. It's just a shit job. Um, so I've got that going on. This watch, oh my god, this little Casio that I got like the last week, it's so awesome. Like it. Actually, I'm gonna shut that blind because the exposure will be better. Is that the right wrong way? Yeah, it should expose better from my face now. Anyway, I'll yeah. So this little Casio that I got, I've been loving this thing. I've not been taking it off at all. I've been wearing it in the shower and that. So awesome. Just having something that just constantly. And I also synced it up to the atomic clock time. So that's so hard to. Oh, why am I even trying to do this? There's no point showing it. Anyway, so I synced it up to the atomic clock time. It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. What was I wanting to update myself on? Yeah. So as I was saying, college is out, working this summer. Right now, the past week, I've not really had any structure, to be honest. I've still been getting up and stuff and trying to go out, but I've not really had anything that's been super important or like a job that I've needed to go to the past week. So it's been very much unstructured, which I don't really enjoy, and it's not really made me want to go out. Like I could, I could go out right now. The sun's out, and I could go for a walk. But I don't. Going for a walk by yourself is just really fucking boring sometimes, especially in cities. Outside in nature and that, cool. Cities, it's just you just get death eyed by people who don't like their lives. That's how I view cities. You just constantly interact with people who don't enjoy their lives. At least I'm honest. Like I kind of enjoy my life, but I'm honest about there's a lot of bullshit. Um, there's a lot of people out there who kind of just like live in this subconscious thing that they hate their fucking life, but it's anyway. Anyway, yeah. I also like this T-shirt. Like I like the way that this sits. It's it's just some circle thing, but I would never wear a T-shirt that has this low of a neck. But I kind of like it. It's a different look for me. Um, what is there to say? Let me think. Yeah. Um, usual thoughts just about the world and that. So like more and more and more and more, social media and stuff. Everybody knows how bad it is, but it's just I think about now the point of 3 years ago. I was thinking about social media. I was thinking about how much it would mess your brain, how it sort of makes you fight yourself constantly. You constantly have to one up yourself, which is completely unhealthy. It's pretty sick to be honest. And the fact that like the people who work with Facebook, or the people who code Facebook, or the developers and stuff, they don't allow their family or children to use these things because they realize how it gives you no self confidence. It makes you have terrible priorities. It's a toxic thing to have. They don't use it. And 3 years ago, I was literally doing this kind of shit, talking to a camera, saying about how I thought social media would be like the end of everything, really, because what people have nothing to live for, really. They can just sit at home, sit on a couch, be by themselves. They can be with their loved one, but they don't care about them because, in the end, everybody wants gratification or self reward, and social media is the answer. Well, it's not the answer, as we know, but it's basically like the Antichrist. If that was to exist, it's basically like the Antichrist. It's this sort of fake solution that, yeah, where was I going with that? Where was I going with that? Social media. Oh yeah, so 3 years ago, talking about how bad it is, and now like I'm using a really old phone at the moment, like iPhone 4. That's what I've been on the past couple months. I still get Instagram. That's the only social media I can get. I don't even get like WhatsApp or Facebook or anything. But I have the old Instagram, so I can just look at pictures and that. Spend far too much time on it still. I'm getting a new phone soon. I'm not looking forward to the aspect of how much it's going to suck my life in social media wise, because I already spend so much time on social media, and YouTube especially. This is like the ultimate social media. It's the one that disguises itself maybe the best. It's just endless content forever. Like, why I can see why some people would just never want to fucking go outside and experience life. Like, if if I didn't have all the questions about what is there, or what is like, what's this all about? There's cool stuff out there. If I was just someone who's like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck, I just want to enjoy stuff, I would never fucking leave the house, to be honest. Why would you? You've got free entertainment forever of whatever you like. And if you're the type of person who enjoys that shit, you're gonna fucking love life at the moment. 21st century is probably really awesome. um, let's think. So yeah, fuck, I keep diverting. So 3 years ago, social media, I remember saying about how much it's messed up. And what I was gonna get to about getting a new phone is, when I borrow someone's phone to search something, or if I'm on the bus behind someone, like looking at them using Instagram, seeing another perspective on what it's like for someone using social media, or when you see someone, like they feel like shit, you can clearly see they don't like what they're doing, or they can clearly see that they're just trying to escape, and you just seeing them waste their time on social media or on their phone. You realize how messed up it is, and all these updates I've seen, because I've been so disconnected from all the new things that they gradually add. That's exactly what they do. They gradually add things to these to these apps and software and stuff. So it's like one little feature will come at a time, and it's like, wow, that's cool. Nothing really think about it. But then when 6 months down the line, they've added 15, 20 new features, and they're just subtly tapping in more and more and more and more and more. And the more and more and more and more and more we go down that hole, the more issues we're going to face. And I think that's pretty obvious. Like it's the fuck, what was I going to say? The more, yeah, basically, we have to fix a lot of things in the world. And I'm obviously not really fixing anything. I'm kind of just sitting here talking about it. But I'm still consciously shifting my consciousness towards putting these goals to be important and something on the forefront of my mind, meaning that actions I take in my life take into account these things. But we live in a world where these things are just shoved aside. And now we literally have everything, all the issues, everything, what's wrong, it's there. It's there. It's right here constantly. It's in your pocket right now. Whoever's watching this, it's in your pocket. The issues of the world, the things we face, the things that we should be focusing on, we all know what they are. It doesn't matter who the hell you are. It doesn't matter if you're some boffin who's got some mad PhD, or if you're a Jakey who sits Bucky with his dog on his couch. You have the same information here, and you can see what the issues are, and we need to fix them, and we need to fix them fast. We have a very limited time. um yeah, it's it's just stuff I think about really, and that's why I document it, because I constantly think about it because it's so important. Like I sometimes think to myself, like, why do I think about this stuff so much? Why am I so sort of obsessed with it? But then I think it's healthy to be obsessed with it. It's unhealthy to act like nothing's going on, or to act like, I don't know, you should just keep buying shit or owning shit or having shit just because it's there and you can. That's so unhealthy, and that's clearly companies' influence over the years getting to you and them working on our insecurities to make us believe that we need these things when we don't. Like, I really have a lot of hope for humans, because the way we can connect to each other, the way our emotions run, the way we can, all that is fucking amazing. It's powerful. But the ignorance and the just this complete stupidity, it's heartbreaking, and it really makes you lose hope. I can document things like this, I can video things like this. It's free, essentially. I know you have to pay for internet and like the devices, but like, for example, this iPhone 4, 9 years old, basically doesn't cost anything anymore. You can still document stuff. Basic things like this. This is simple stuff by today's standard. This is free. This is amazing technology. This is awesome. You can document your life. You could really put this to amazing use. But there's so much just bullshit wrapped around it that you're not allowed to do this. A lot of people would find this just ridiculous, that I do this, or other people. But we just have to make these sort of shifts towards changing the way we live our everyday lives, because it's clearly not working. We have a finite amount of time. In the next 30 years, the world. Whoa, in the next 30 years, the world's going to change drastically. I don't know what that's going to be like. Neither does anybody, really. We have no idea. I'm not looking forward to it. But at the same time, it can either get worse or better. If it's going to get worse, that's what I expected anyway. I'm in for that ride. I've expected that. I've seatbelted myself in. We're fucked. We're going on some crazy ride. If it gets better, happy days. We get to live through that. We get to see a shift in the world, consciousness, a bit of empathy come in, caring. It's all these things. Then wow, that's really sweet. As I said, if it goes down the route that we know it's going to go on, and it most likely is going to go on, that things are just going to keep getting messed up, then shit, you better start recording and documenting lives, because if it's going the way we think it is, 100 years from now, it's done. Everything's done. And that's a long time. That's like being very generous. 100 years. So it's basically 1.5 generations slash 2 generations. And that's it left of humanity, I guess. It seems a bit ridiculous saying humanity, but it's true. We're on this planet. It's got limited resources. It's got, we're damaging it. It's in space. It doesn't have anything to fall back on. It's this one thing. And the more you eat into it, the more fragile and small it gets. It's just simple maths and physics. You can't just keep taking and taking and taking. And we've kind of been brought up that, yeah, well, I was born with the right to take, so I'll take if I want to take, because I can take. Anyway, I think that's me really got everything out for today. The date is the 12th of July. It's 5 to 3 on the 12th of July. It's a Friday. Yeah, one for the vault to look back on. I'm liking that I'm back on this It May Be Thinking time, because my brain always has ideas roasting. And I feel like, yes, a lot of videos that I do, little daily updates, or if I do things of recording how I feel, what I think about things, I'm going to have a lot of repeat subjects. But that's because I'm very passionate about what I like and what I think about and what I think is important. So I think about it a lot, I talk about it a lot, and it's because it's fucking important. It's better than me just watching Jeremy Kyle and turning my brain off and sort of thinking everything will be all right. I'll just go to my job on Monday and make some more money. Anyway, I need to stop, because it can be a dangerous route just going down that mindset. I need to go out now and go get a sleeping bag for taking to Ireland. That's me. I want to end it with an autofocus on my face for some reason. Can I not focus? Is that the closest it can focus? Oh well. Anyway, Talio. And also use the internet to your advantage. Record your life. Remember, you're only going to be in this time frame once.